Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Primrose and today what we're going to be doing is we are going to be talking about my skin. Yes, it's finally a skin update and I've probably not done an update for about a year, maybe over a year. So we are definitely overdue an update on what's been going on. For those of you who don't know, I suffer from psoriasis. It's been something that I've been going through since I was probably around 16. I also struggle with things like rosacea, hyperpigmentation, dry skin, that sort of thing. So I have skin problems. I've previously had treatment for those skin issues, so you can check out the playlist that's on my profile, all to do with my skin journey. But today we are talking about where my skin is now in the year of 2023. So the topics that we're going to cover is what's happening now, where are we at, what I do for treatment, what prescribed medications I'm on, plus any further treatment, and then what is the future of my skin. So first things first, where are we now? Previously my skin problems have been sort of on my back, elbows, knees. I had a really bad patch on like my hip to like bum area. So far, I mean, I'll show you my elbows and my shoulders. So this is my elbow currently, if it will focus. This is the other side. That's my shoulder. And then other side. And that's pretty much where I've got most of my skin issues. I also had it on my ears. Ears are also much better. I can honestly say I am at a point with my skin where it is the best it has been in such a long time. And I think this is down to a number of reasons. So ever since I quit my job, my skin has been really good. And I know that probably says a lot. I think it must be triggered by the stress. I don't know, that like the overwhelm or just overwork, I don't know. But my skin has literally been the best it's ever been. It's my elbows, I can't believe, like I've always had psoriasis on my elbows and it's always been quite bad, consistently, like no matter what I do. And it's going, and I usually get it in my ears quite bad. It's been the best it's ever been on my ears, and usually that's one of the places where you'll like catch it with your hair, or it's just so inconvenient. And it's because there's so many folds to the skin, it cracks easier, it gets really sore. And especially over winter, that was something that I was particularly worried about, because over winter obviously it gets a lot drier, it's a lot colder, things get more chapped, and it's been really good. And I don't know why. I really don't know why. Like I say, things that have correlated at the time of it healing has been quitting my job. I'm also looking at my diet. So dietary wise, I am really into like the clean eating. I'm trying to eat a lot healthier, a lot fresher. I'm trying to kick the coffee, or at least as much as I can for the caffeine, because I get very addicted to drinking coffee and that flares up my skin. I mean, coffee just overall is a bad trigger for me, mentally, physically, everything. But it just tastes so good. In terms of tea, I've cut down on a lot on the tea that I drink, because I was drinking it quite regularly, just as a thing to like keep warm and feel cozy and nice with a cuppa. But I kind of forgot that it also had caffeine in, so I was like, okay, I think I'm probably drinking a bit too much, and that's also triggering my skin. In the mornings and evenings, I'm trying to have either like a green tea or a herbal tea, just to either like give me that initial wake up or to give me that initial wind down as well. So I'm trying to incorporate that kind of thing into my life. I've also sort of tapped into a lot of things spirituality wise and refocusing my entire life. So obviously that's impacting my stress levels. I think I definitely, internalize the stress a lot healthier now, which is good. So I think just a number of these different steps have really helped heal my skin, because I'm trying to take care of my overall body. That really bad patch, I can't remember if I spoke about it in my last video, but I did have a really bad patch on my hip. It was so sore, it was like getting bigger. That's completely gone. And I don't know why. Sometimes my skin does this, so it will like flare up in one place and it will just come up out of nowhere, like in a place I've never had it before. And then all of a sudden it will just heal itself and go away. And there's no like rhyme or reason. I don't try anything new on my skin. It's like it moves areas or it moves away. It's really strange. I really don't understand it this many years in. One other place that I have noticed I'm getting psoriasis, or it's not like psoriasis, it's just like very dry skin, is my T-zone. So between my like eyebrows and my forehead is where I will come up in patches of like, it's not actual psoriasis, it's like psoriasis as if it's not flaky. It's like just a bit of redness, but it's not flaky or anything, it's just quite dry. That's new, because I've only ever had psoriasis on my face when I'm having a really big overall flare-up and I get it down on my cheeks. That doesn't really happen anymore. I still get the like hormonal acne come here, not so much the psoriasis. Then I'll get the psoriasis now sort of like in my T-zone, sometimes around my eyes, but other than that, I'm good. So yeah, it just seems really good actually. And I think it's just a combination of so many different life choices that have really helped heal my body, because I feel like, as weird as it sounds as well, I feel like I'm healing from the inside, which is then helping me heal from the outside. And I think that's probably a key thing. Hopefully we carry on this journey and we keep healing and it just goes away. So in terms of what I do for treatment of my skin, I don't really do too much. I kind of have gone completely away from the whole medicated side of things. I don't want to put medication on my skin. I don't want to be taking medication, like it's not natural, and I don't want to be doing that. So things that I do is I'll moisturize if I notice that it's particularly bad. I try and limit my hot showers because I know that can really dry out the skin. And it's really difficult for me over winter because I've got such a cold disposition, okay? I'm always cold. I love a hot shower. I love being able to just stand and roast myself and come out like a lobster. It's like the best thing. But it's really not good for my skin, so that we're trying to limit. I probably exfoliate once every 2 weeks. I think that works good for my skin. I also don't moisturize a lot after a shower. So previously I would moisturize my skin almost every single time I come out of the shower. And this would be like the thick butter cream sort of, I don't know what you call it. It's just like the thick creams, and I would lather my body in that. I don't think that probably did me any favors, you know, because since I've stopped doing that, things are good, and I don't think my skin is particularly bad. It's not overly dry, but it's not like it needs that massive moisture boost every single time I have a shower. If I notice my skin's being particularly dry, then I will put some just generic creams on, anything from Nivea, E45, anything like that is really supportive and really does rehydrate your skin. Something else that I have been using on occasion, don't get me wrong, I don't use this every single day, but I have been using, so it's a product from The Ordinary. It's their 100% cold pressed borage oil, or borage seed oil. This is actually a really good oil for psoriasis. I think I seen a video or I read something about this being really good, so I was like, oh, I kind of want to test this product out for myself. And I really like it. I've never used an oil on my psoriasis before, but it definitely adds a lot of moisture back into that area. And if my skin's particularly sort of like inflamed or flaky or just hurting, then if I put that on, it really soothes it. And it definitely adds so much moisture to that area because obviously it's an oil. I haven't been using it sort of like ritualistically. I haven't been using it sort of like every single day or every other day. I just sort of use it as and when I've needed to. So I wouldn't say it's, you know, it's not a cure. There isn't a cure, but it's definitely something that's helped. And you know, if your psoriasis is pretty bad, pretty flaky, then I'd say it's really good for those kind of cases where it is itchy, it is flaking off, and you just need to add some moisture back to that area because it's just sort of like unbearable. That's pretty much all I've been doing. I literally have no medications. Sometimes I use a CBD cream on my skin. The way my skin kind of works is, you know, you'll use a cream on it and then it'll look like it's going and it'll look like it's working and doing the job, and then it will just come back. And almost like it becomes immune to it. So using a mix of different creams, CBD creams, like I say, natural, Nivea, E45, and the oil seem to really be working for my skin in terms of putting that hydration back there and just trying to like give my skin what it needs. So as mentioned, I'm not on any prescribed medication. I'm actually not going to the doctors about my skin anymore because I just don't think that it's helpful for me. Anxiety for going to the doctors is probably just going to trigger my skin off anyway. So I think I'd rather just find my own path, test out things that I'm doing. The things that I'm doing clearly seem to be working anyway for me. You know, I'm not gonna get bogged down by it. I'm not gonna get stressed out by it. It's in a manageable state. In terms of further treatment, would I consider it? Like I say, at the stage my skin is at, I'm very happy with how it is. My psoriasis now is at a stage where it's really manageable, and I can completely empathize with these people that have it covering, you know, your entire arm, your entire leg, you know, obviously a much bigger surface area, because I've been there where, you know, it was really bad on my back. It has been really bad on different areas of my body. I get it, but I think being aware of it and letting that affect you in the way you conduct your life and going out and enjoying life, it's just another stressor that then makes you stressed and flares up your skin. It's like a horrible cycle. So as much as you can just try and focus your mind and just try and exist comfortably in a space that you're happy with and not try and worry too much about your skin, I think that's the best thing that you can also do for yourself. But we can at least just try and be as comfortable as we can and limit the amount of triggers that we have in our environment, and hopefully that will help ease it. Okay, and that leads me to my last point, which is the future of my skin. I don't know how many more of these vlogs that I'm gonna do, because my skin's at a stage where I don't really have much to document anymore. My skin's healing, things are getting better. If you'd like to see maybe an example of what I eat in a day, what I eat in a week to try and heal my body, then that's definitely something I can do for you guys. You know, I know it's really difficult to come up with ideas and things that are going to be the best for you, and I think I do probably have a lot to share in terms of that, because I've tried a lot of different foods to try and heal my skin, honestly. But yeah, I mean, unless there's any rapid changes with my skin, this is possibly the very last update video. I might update you again in a year's time, maybe 2 years time, we'll see where we're at then. So there we are. Things are working out, and that's great. We're in a very happy place with our skin right now. If you've been watching these videos from the start, please do leave a comment down below. Let me know how you're getting on. Let me know if you want any tips or any kind of video ideas in relation to this or anything else that you'd like to see here on my channel. I value each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for being here. You are all beautiful, beautiful humans, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Bye!